Good morning, good day, good evening, depending on what time you might be watching this replay. Travon Smith with the Real Estate Experience, and it's always a pleasure to get these realtors and real estate professionals on with us and just check in with them. It's a lot of valuable information. Today's guest, I'm super excited about. I've had a chance to talk to him a couple of times. I know what he's about. I know his ethics. I know his work habits. I know his lifestyle. A great man right here, Mr. Clemente de la Torre. How you doing?
Blessed, brother. Thank you so much for that awesome introduction, and it's always a pleasure to be around you and your audience. Hopefully we can bring some good golden nuggets to
Yes, sir.
aspiring real estate professionals.
Yes, sir. Let's jump right into it. Oh, I want to talk a little bit about your introduction to real estate. How when you get involved in real estate, not years. We're not telling our dates and nothing like that. But as far as what made you go through that process, and and how you like it so far.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm gonna age myself a little bit, but 2003,
Mhm.
uh, some buddies of mine were in the mortgage industry, and they were living lavish lifestyles, traveling all over the world, and invited me out and doing this. And I said, "How can you guys do it? We just went to Miami 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now you want to go to Vegas again? And we think you'd be great at doing what we're doing. Why don't you take a look at what we're doing?" And that's how I started my real estate journey is really with the circle that I was running around with. So
Okay.
I think a key takeaway is whoever you want to be, whatever you want to do in life, surround yourself with those people that are doing what you want to do, preferably at a very high level. Take somebody out to coffee, take somebody out to lunch, call them up and say, "Hey, can can uh, can I interview you for a little bit? I just want to learn from you." And when you do that, they lift you up, and it almost becomes automatic, where on the other end of the spectrum, if you're hanging out with people that are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, then then that's most likely where you're going to be at. So choose who you spend your time with very wisely.
Yes, sir. And I just want to give you that small introduction because I know who you are, and the audience might not. Everybody might not know who you are, but you're very successful in the real estate game, the real estate industry. People know your name. I mean, you have amazing videos. You've. I've never said this before. I'm going to say it right here. You're one of the people that inspire me to do the videos that I do. Like when I
Thank
watched it,
you.
I was
Thank you
like,
so much, brother.
when I seen your videos, I was like, I couldn't pinpoint. I was like, that's what I'm trying to do. So, you know what I'm saying? So you've inspired me. Let's talk a little, let's pick your brain a little bit, talk about the real estate industry. Well, how it's going on right now. How does it with the Fed interest rate going up and the mortgage, you know,
Sure.
rates going up and down? How is it affecting buyers and sellers as of right now?
Sure, absolutely. Before I touch on that, Trayvon, I do want to give credit where credit is due, and that's to my amazing videographer, director. This guy, and I'll add his link in his
Okay.
bio. But this guy is a genius, and he writes my scripts, and he films it, and he edits the videos, adds sound, adds music if
Yeah.
you need it. I mean that's really who deserves the credit
No, 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 no.
for those videos,
It
not
looks like it
me.
looks like a it looks like a
My good friend Jason.
hey, it looks like you're coming out of Miami movie sometimes. I'm like, what is this we watching? I was like, this is so I watch it, what I'm saying? I love the accent, with the Los Angeles, because I work in
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, Los Dyers, like I love that. That's what LA is about. A lot of people that may not deal with a lot of LA, that's what LA is about, is the authenticity. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, no, no, and that's a little golden nugget that I like to give to my to my friends, other realtors, my teammates, people that I've mentored and brought on to this real estate business is be yourself. There isn't a one way that you should be in order to become a successful agent. People love genuineness. So if you can be who you are, then that's going to attract people. A lot of people like to emulate or be like someone else, and you can take some things, right? But you got to make it your own.
Yeah.
It has to be you. So it has to be Los Angeles. It has to be Los Dodgers.
Hey, only you could do it like that. As far
That's
as
it.
Hey, I've seen other people try to implement it in their videos, and I'm like, no, it's not natural. Yours is more natural. It's like I worked in LA 14 years, so I know I went to those, where they didn't have red or green sauce. They only had mole. I was like, okay, well, I never had mole. Let me try it. And then, it burnt my mouth, and I'm like, nobody told me that the green.
Yeah. And that's something else that I love highlighting with our videos is I'm sorry, did I lose you? Is highlighting the local eateries, the local hotspots, because we're not just marketing or advertising a home or ourselves. We're really marketing and advertising a lifestyle, right? Owning a home is a lifestyle, and you want to leverage the local businesses that are in that area. So
the area.
So you can feel what in that, watching that little 2, 3 minute, 4 minute video. You can feel something that you're not going to feel just by watching another home. No, you're actually going to see me walk into these restaurants, taste some of the food, and I love my food.
I do, and and when we get off here, I want you to text me all the links so I can add that in the description so people can get a true identity of who you are. I know it's only 15 minutes. And I know this is an injustice to everybody because of the fact that they will not get to see the man that, I'm getting to talk to. That's why I want to make sure I show the links, and I have to have you back on, down the road here, whenever you can, because I know you're a man.
But let's get to your question. Because I know that there's a lot of people.
Like I said, I'm setting it up for you to come back. But go ahead. We get to the question. So the question was like with the way the market is going, the Fed interest rates and the mortgage interest rates. So what is something we could tell the buyers and sellers from not kind of panicking? I think they calmed down a little bit, but from not panicking.
Yeah, no, I think it's normal. It's human nature to kind of pause and say, what's going to happen? There's a lot of fear going on, especially anybody that lived through the Great Recession, 2008, 9, and 10, that saw house prices plummet. So I think that there's definitely some fear with that happening again. But I can tell you that based off of my experience, this is my belief. It's not saying that I'm right, but it's saying that I believe I'm right. That's not going to happen this time around, because in 2005, 6, and 7, we were lending, and I say we because I was part of it, to people that had no business owning a home. Making $15 an hour, buying a house for $500,000. Yeah. There wasn't no logic, zero down, right? Nothing out of pocket. These 80-20 loans. Problem is, they were only fixed for 2-3 years. When the properties are skyrocketing, that's fine. But when they're not, then it becomes an adjustable interest rate. And a lot of people saw their mortgage go from $3,000 to $5,000. And when you're making $15 an hour, you're left holding the bag. So that's why we had a flood of people that were losing their homes. So when it's supply and demand, when you have more properties on the market, not enough buyers, then it becomes a buyer's market, and they can start chopping down at the prices. And that's where we saw the values of homes drastically cut. I don't see that happening this time around. I think that over the last 2.5 years, the Feds cut the rates down to the bare bones, about as low as you can go, a fraction of 1%. And that was to help stimulate the economy so we wouldn't go into a economic collapse with fear of COVID and shutdowns and restaurants going out of business and everything else. So I think it was almost like a temporary ban. Uh, and now that we're back to normal, now that we're back to 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 being out in public and going to restaurants and spending money, then you saw the price of inflation, everything's skyrocketing, right? Uh, gas is $6, $7 a gallon. Your food, your everything is super expensive, right? So we have to catch up to that inflation. That's why so having the interest rates go up is actually a good thing to fight off inflation.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that the fear is just what we talked about, that there's going to be a housing crash, when in my opinion, in my expert opinion, that's not the case. It's going to help you buyers out there. If buyers are listening out there, it's going to help you actually secure a home, because 6 months ago or a year ago, it was tough to get into a house because of the super low interest rates. People were offering $100,000 over asking price, $200,000 over asking price, with no contingencies. People were losing their minds because of the super low interest rates. Something that I do not recommend that you do when you're buying a property. You should always have a physical inspection to make sure that you're not buying a lemon, that the house isn't gonna fall apart on you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, Mr. Clemente, you always dropping jewels. And like I said, I feel like it's an injustice, because I know I don't want everybody else yelling at me like, oh, you gave him 30 minutes, we only got 15. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it so I get you on a regular basis, so you can spread those jewels. But where can people reach you at, and drop some of those links to me of where people can find out some of your videos and what you do. I mean, as far as anything, because I know you're in. I know we can't talk about it now because we only got a couple minutes. Your demolition and remodeling homes, and flips, and you do a lot, and a lot of people might not catch on to what this man just said. He's an expert. Expert opinion. So please pay attention. But what's some of those links that people can find you at?
Well, I have a infant YouTube channel, Coast to Coast, with Clemente. You can find me on Instagram, at Clemente de la Torre, and then on Facebook. I feel like I'm in my 40s, so I'm a bit of a dinosaur when it comes to social media stuff. But I love Facebook, so reach out to me on Facebook.
Okay.
Or give me a call. Let's sit down, have a cup of coffee. I'll make sure to add my phone number there. But I'm always I'm a fan of people, so I'm always looking to meet new people and bring value, and sometimes you receive a lot more too by getting to know somebody's story as well.
Exactly. And Mr. Clemente, I appreciate you for checking in with us. You, and I'm saying this, you, Anthony, Andrew, you and a guy named Ty, I got to introduce you to, out of Calabasas, I'm working with. You guys inspire me. The positive energy, the motivation is what keeps people like me going, and giving us aspirations. I love what you do. I love the accents. I love the videos. I'm not in the LA no more, but you give me that LA feel when I'm around you, and I just want to grab something to eat. I want to go to the local bar and restaurant with you. So no, it's always.
When you're down here, let me know, brother. We'll link up for sure. Whenever you're down in LA, let me know.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna text you right now and make sure I get all your links, because I want people to see exactly who you are and what you represent. But I appreciate you. I know you had an 8:30 meeting this morning, so I appreciate you for hanging out with us. On the real estate experience. Once again, man, I'm gonna tap in with you, and like I said, continued success and blessings to you and the family.
Thank you, my friend. God bless. Much love. Give me a call. Shoot me a text. We'll connect soon.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.